with me on the programme now, Peter Maxwell of the Newry and Portadown branch of the Inland Waterways Association of Ireland. How are you, Peter?
I'm grand. Rowan, good morning.
Good morning to you. You're most welcome. How's everything?
Everything is just fantastic.
Hey, I love that.
Yes.
That's the sort of message I relish and cherish. It's all very
the
good.
first message I want to get out is
Yes.
that part of the Positive Aging Week,
Yes.
right? We're having a presentation in the Arts Centre at 11 o'clock on Monday.
Monday, 11 o'clock, Arts
Everybody's
Centre.
welcome. They don't have to be an old person.
No.
And Positive Aging starts at 50, by the way.
Well, indubitably. They certainly will be old at some stage, you know. But you know that we're worth, there was a survey out this morning. You and I and others like us are worth 25 billion to the economy in the next 10 years or something, because we're old.
But is that because of the work we're doing free
Yes.
of charge?
Yep, all of
well,
that.
I think they've missed counting the canal. It'd be double, Rowan.
We double it indeed. What has the canal been about this week?
Well, I think we've mentioned to you last week we're building dams up
Yes,
on the top section.
yes,
Those are now slowly filling up with lack of rain, which we're not complaining about. They're being a bit slow.
Yes.
And we're going to do a bit of modification to them tomorrow because there's supposed to be heavy rain on Friday night, and hopefully that'll top them up. But at the moment we have water in Scarva once more already.
Thank goodness.
Yes,
Yeah.
it looks so much better. Unfortunately, there's some green reeds coming up, but they're still, you can see the water between them. And it's all going according to plan. No one's fields are flooded yet.
No,
That's the important thing.
Good. We have images, haven't we, today?
Indeed, yes.
What have we got, Andrew? Oh, look.
This was Campbell's Lock at Terry Hugan before we started any work. That would have been about 2008 or 2009.
Terry Hugan,
Yeah.
famous name.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's 2008,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, right, so there's a date on that one.
Yes,
And
yes.
then I think the next slide should show it after we did the cleaning up around
Oh,
it.
look at that.
I mean, it's some difference,
Wow,
isn't it? you know?
well done,
Yeah.
well done.
And
Yeah.
then now we have the dam in situ at the top end of it.
Yes.
On the next slide there.
You another one there? Yeah.
This under construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
We got the big ton sandbags were lifted in by Haldane Fisher
That's
for us.
right,
Yes.
yeah.
And then we put the smaller ones. We had the smaller ones. Do you remember last Christmas there were a lot of sandbags around Newry?
do.
Well, the Rivers Agency had the problem of moving them.
Oh, yes.
And we knew we needed them sometime fairly soon for this project. So we said, oh, we'll take them away.
Yeah,
So we
yeah,
took
I
away
know.
750 sandbags
You know, you're great
in 2
people.
evenings by hand.
You're great people. It's
Well,
wonderful.
we have a marvellous group of volunteers, absolutely fantastic. But just to see, you see the way we have the jackets on there?
Yes.
That was because, especially on the top section and down towards Craigavon, everyone thought it was the council doing work
Oh, yeah.
on the canal. Now, Newry, they didn't, right, because
No.
they know the canal squad.
Yes,
know,
they do, of course,
And they know
yeah.
we were different people. But now, we were down at Moneypenny's Lock, they're opening the blacksmithy down
Yes.
there, so their formal opening day over the
Wow.
weekend. And people came up to us and said, that's great work you're doing on the canal, especially up near Matton Bridge with that big long reach digger. And I said, well, that's not really us, that's the Rivers Agency.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you did all the work on the canal.
But the secret is that you have achieved the garnering of all the power available to make something happen.
Yes.
You're not going alone. You've got a good group of people.
Oh yes, but we're also getting support now. I was at a forum yesterday at Lisburn called the Decal Learning Forum.
Yes.
Which brings a whole lot of what they call arm's length bodies. But they're all funded. We're the only two people in the room who
Are not.
are volunteers.
Yeah.
And it's all to do with what Decal can produce in terms of education value.
Decal being what?
Department of Culture, Arts and Leisure,
Yes,
which
yes.
now seem to be getting involved in learning.
Yes.
I think the L's may be becoming learning and leisure as well.
Yeah.
And then we have another meeting this afternoon, actually, to organise a business plan. On this top section,
Yes.
from Terry Hugan through to Points Pass. Andrew, I think there's a picture
Another
of the dam completed, possibly. Yes, with the
Yes,
plastic
look at
over
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the waters came up, it took it over a week to get up, and it's still not
Yeah.
over the timber on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only up to the plastic height.
So it's an exercise of finding out at the moment,
Oh,
investigation.
entirely, yes,
Yeah.
entirely investigation. We've been welcomed by, well, a few of the farmers sent their wives along
Wow.
to see
check you out.
what on earth we were doing.
Did they bring you a wee cup of tea?
No, they did not, because they didn't know quite what we were at, and they were very concerned about the possibility of flooding on their
And
land.
what were you able to tell them?
Well, we were able to reassure them that with it only being made out of sandbags, we can remove that within an hour.
Yeah.
And so that's the all, and that if we eventually do put gates on the top end, they will be pinned open
Yeah.
over the winter.
And tell me this, a farmer's wife is a tough woman, a kindly woman too.
Oh, yes,
But
yes.
not a woman easily persuaded out of her point of view. Did they leave you happier than they came?
Oh well, they were happy enough when they came. They only came to gather the information.
Yeah.
There's no aggressiveness or
No,
anything. But
no.
those days are gone. I think when
I
people
think so.
they ask first nowadays.
Yeah.
Most people do anyway.
But certainly, I would say the way you're going, in 2 or 3 years, there'll be a tremendous difference.
Well, we hope to leave these dams in for as long as the Rivers Agency will allow us to. But I mean, they are only temporary.
And that's meaning you'll have water to the far side.
Yes,
of it.
4 miles. 4 miles of it
water.
on the top section.
Yeah.
Now we're starting again on lock number 3, Ferns Lock, behind the college, Saturday week. To get that cleared out again, because I mean, we want to get the top set of gates working on that.
Yes.
Also, we're doing the gardening project beside that as well.
Yeah. Are you? Is anyone doing as much within the association as the Newry branch is doing?
The Boyne branch, they were down to very low levels of volunteers, like less than half a dozen for about a year. But they've now moved and they're working with local community groups who are affiliated or joined with the IWAI, and they are doing quite a lot now around 2 or 3 different sites along the Boyne. Whereas, I mean, we are all members of the IWAI. We're increasing the membership because we're doing the work. But nobody else is doing any work on the Newry to Portadown Canal.
No. But people are, people respond to success. Nature abhors a vacuum.
Well, yes.
But when they see it's working, they gravitate to it.
Yeah. It was quite funny. We just built the last dam, and a chap turned up with his child, bicycles, and he said, that's going to be about 3 feet deep looking at the dam, just from the bridge to there, 100 yards down at Points Pass. And he said, I'm from a GAA club, he said, and we're looking for some means of raising some funds. Do you think we could do a snorkel down that?
Wow.
And I thought,
What
I
a
never
good
even
idea.
thought about that.
What a lovely idea.
But you see, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And then at Moneypennies, someone else said, I'd mentioned about the snorkeling. They said, well, we would be very interested in doing a pole vault over it. Which, of course, the purpose of that is that you don't make it over it.
You
end
don't,
up in
and
the
you
water.
go down.
Yes,
Yeah.
So, but yes, if you are doing something, if people come up with ideas, that's the whole thing. Once you get something, people say, oh, who would want to use it? And we had the classic case in the city centre here, the Public Realms game.
Yes.
We asked for canoe steps to be put in.
Yeah.
And the comment was, who would want to canoe along this stretch of the canal, Merchants Quay and Buttercrane? And within a week, one of the Courtneys had a canoe in there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just crying out for it.
Absolutely. But I mean, there is still something, so there's a Luddite element still there perhaps, but it's getting fewer and fewer in number.
Yes, well, we just ignore the Luddites.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, there's no point in listening to them. The negativity is not the way to go, but you do have to work safely. You do have to get the permissions.
Yes.
And sometimes people think you're being negative if you point out the problems.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it's the problems are the important bit to get over.
Yeah. But I mean, that's how man makes progress.
Well, that's it.
You identify the problems, you come up with solutions, and you apply the solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the week ahead, what's the plan?
Well, on Monday, I'm having tomorrow off, I think.
Wow,
no, tomorrow actually we're modifying the dam. It's Friday. Friday I'm having off is what it is. On Monday, we have the presentation, and it's a meet the volunteers with a few of the volunteers. I mean, we're all retired because we're going to be there on Monday.
Yes.
So the local people can come in and meet the volunteers down in the Arts Centre at 11 o'clock. And then later in the week, we just have various meetings with Decal. And we're going to, obviously, we have to cycle along this 4 miles. It's not a public highway.
Yes.
So we cycle along monitoring the progress and the problems that we might be running into. And just generally speaking, the week ends up absolutely full of work. You know,
but isn't it great? You know, and the wildlife is benefiting all the way.
Oh, yes. In fact, there was one of the ladies who came along to visit us when we were building that dam said, there's a swan back there, and there's so little water that it's having to waddle along through the reeds. And she said, and it's taking it forever. And so when we explained that this would make it, the swan could swim again, they were very pleased, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So listen, Monday coming,
Yes.
11 o'clock in the morning, the Sean Hollywood Arts Centre.
Yes, indeed.
Find out it's an open invitation morning.
Oh, yes, absolutely open, and you don't have to be over 50 to turn up.
No.
No.
God bless you.
Okay.
Go well. Take care.
Yeah.
All the best, Peter.
Can Andrew show our website
Yeah, we want more website there to see, Andrew.
Just so that we can fade out on that and people know where to find us.
It's coming now. It's coming.
Yeah.
There you're having it now.
Oh, my boy.
5, 4, 3,
I thought my computer was slow.
No, no. Andrew, do your own thing. It's up. We're not seeing it there.
Oh, I see. We
Yeah.
can't see it, but everyone else can.
Music,
Oh, that's
sir,
great.
please. Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you. Thank you.
And a great pleasure to join